Let's proceed. Students, my name is Ritu. I'm a Python trainer. In case of any queries, you can always mail our support team at the support@logiclabscheck.com. Right? So in case you want to go ahead with the course content, you need to scan this QR code. And in case of registration, you need to scan this QR code. Okay? This is a 50 days course. This is a 50 days course, and the fee will be 3540, including GST. Now, for session updates, you need to join us on our WhatsApp group. You need to join us on our WhatsApp group. Okay. There will be the 5 sessions, which will be free of cost. From the 6th session, the Zoom link will be changed and will be shared with the registered participants only. Students, contact our, in case you want to know the dollar and how much dollar, in case you want to know how much dollar is this, you need to contact our support team. They will definitely help you out and will tell you what is the fee in dollars. What is the fee in dollars? Okay. Fine. And as I've told you, I'm giving this WhatsApp group in the chat box. My voice is breaking. This is a WhatsApp group. This is a link of WhatsApp group. In case you want to join it, you can join it from here. Our support team is available from morning 9 to till 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, Monday to Saturday. And the sessions will be from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday will be off. Is this clear, students? Any queries till now? Any queries till now? Thank you. Thank you. Fine. Let's proceed. Let's proceed, students. Today is our first day. Today is our first day. So let's go ahead. As I've told you, each session will be of 1 hour from Monday to Friday. Course fee is 3,000 plus 18% GST, that is 3540. Next, go ahead. Now, students, let's start with Python. Let's start with Python. What is Python, students? What is Python? We all know it is a programming language. But what kind of programming language is this? This is a general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted, and high-level programming language. Yes, high-level programming language. This is a general purpose, simple means easy to understand, platform independent, highly interpreted, and high-level programming language. Now, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. I'll tell you, students, I'll tell you each and everything. Now, let's go ahead with this. What kind of applications one can develop with the help of Python? With the help of Python, what kind of applications one can develop? Students, with the help of Python, with the help of Python, we can develop many applications. We can develop many applications such as websites development, such as website developments, programming language like C, C++, development for gaming applications. Python is also useful in development of gaming applications. Artificial intelligence applications like machine learning, deep learning and all, we need to know the knowledge, we should have the knowledge of Python. Now, desktop GUI, that is graphical user interface applications, image processing application, text processing based applications, business based applications, audio and video based applications such as YouTube and all, web scraping, harvesting applications, and data visualizations. Data visualization. We can also solve numerical and complex mathematical operations with the help of Python. It is helpful in software development, operations, system installers, CAD and CAM based applications. So we cannot say that it has a limited area. We can use it anywhere, in the schools also, if we talk about automation industry also, everywhere Python is useful. In the school also they are using the Python. CAD and CAM based applications can also be developed. Embedded applications, IoT based, console based application, as I've told you, automation, data analysis and data analytics, computer vision, education programs, many things. It doesn't matter that whether you are a student, whether you are an engineer, or whether you're from any field, whether you are a teacher, anyone can learn Python programming language very easily. So in this course, we are going to learn the basics, from the basics till advanced. From the basics till advanced. Will you cover for DevOps also? No, will not. Saurav will not cover DevOps. If you want to go ahead with DevOps, you need to join the other course. Okay. In this, we are going to learn basics till advanced. Okay, the course content is mentioned there. Just go through it. You'll come to know what all we are going to learn. Next. Now, let's start with Python. Once you start learning, students, you'll come to know that how is this helpful in scripting also. Okay. Will you cover how to prepare Python? Could you please explain the course content in short as well? Just go through the course content. If you have a knowledge of Python, then you'll come to know what all we are going to cover. If you want, I can show you. If you want, I can show you. But you can just scan the QR code I have provided you. You'll come to know about it. Now let's start with the Python, students. Let's start with the Python. Now, before that, by starting with the Python, we are going to start with the history of Python, then versions of Python which MNCs are using nowadays. What is the downloading process of Python software? Python programming is inspired from, and then at last we'll start with the features. At last, we'll proceed with the features. In the first two sessions, you'll be able to see the PPTs. After that, you'll get the PDF. You'll see the PDF. Okay. Now let's start with history of Python, students. Let's start with the history of Python. Student, when we talk about history means when this language was developed, who developed Python programming language, And right now, who is maintaining this? See, as you all know, it is a general purpose programming language used in many applications. It is helpful in the real-time developments as real-time application. Do we need to download any type of application for Python? I'll tell you, Satya, what is the downloading process. I'll tell you, you need to type down Python also, okay? You need to download the Python also. Now, it is helpful in real-time applications. As I've told you that when was this conceived? Python programming language was conceived in year 1980. Okay, so Guido van Rossum, who was the father of Python, he started working on Python programming language in the year 1980. So it was conceived in 1980, but implemented in the year 1989. Okay, so it took 9 years. It took 9 years to get it implemented. Okay, but professionally and officially it was released in the industry in 1991. Okay, so it was conceived in 1980, bring into action in 1989. Then it was officially released to the industry in 1991, February 20. Guido van Rossum, he was the father of Python programming language. It was developed by him only. Python programming language developed at Centrum Wiskunde Informatica, that is CWI Institute in Netherlands. ABC programming language is the predecessor of Python programming language. Now, Python programming language managed and maintained by a non-commercial organization, that is Python Software Foundation. Okay, so which is the non-commercial organization which is taking place of Python? It is PSF, Python Software Foundation. Official website to download the Python software is www.python.org. Okay, so let me show you. How to download the Python. What you need to do is just go through the Chrome. Just go through the Chrome, go to the website, that is www.python.org. Just go through it. You'll get such kind of screen. Now go to the downloads. Download for Windows, Python 3.11.4. What you need to do is just click on it. It will be starting downloading. After that, although it is already installed in my system, so I'll get the screen like this. I'll get the screen like this. Okay, then you need to press. Then what you need to do is just click OK. After downloading this, what you need to do is just because it's there, so you need to click can. You need to click next and you'll be able to download it. Okay. See, we have many versions. Now, 3.11 is in use nowadays. Now, if we talk about 3.12, it will be, they are planning to download it on 2nd October 2023. No, dear, not at all. Not at all. I'm already taking the batches. Let's go ahead. Now, this is the official website. Now, let's talk about the MNCs, the version MNCs are using. Let me show you. See, in Python, if we talk about the Python, we have different versions. We have different versions. Let me show you. Let me show you. Now, let's go ahead. I'm already taking the batches. You can go ahead with the support team and contact them if you want to know about it. Okay. Let's go ahead. See, these are the versions of Python which are using nowadays. Python 1.x was the first release of Python software. 1.x was the first release of Python software, in which 1 is the major version. And if we talk about .x, that is a minor version. That is a minor version. 1 is the major version and x is the minor version. We have 1.1 also, 1.2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the minor versions. Now, which are outdated nowadays, which are not in use nowadays. And please remember that it does not support the backward compatibility. Python programming does not support the backward compatibility. If we talk about Python 2.x, in this 2 is the major version and x represents the minor version. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and lot many there. 3.x is the major version and minor version. Now, if we talk about 3.11, it is the latest version which is running. It is the latest version which is running nowadays. Backward compatibility, Shruti, it means that the backward, like 1.x, let me show you. Like we have the version 1.x, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So the backward versions are not in use nowadays. The latest versions are using, although the MNCs are using the latest version, so they always prefer to use the latest version. Okay, 2.x, 2.7 is also in use. Let me show you now. Let me show you. See. See, in this active Python releases, see, it's mentioned here. It's mentioned here. If we talk about it, 2.7, it's also in use nowadays, but we always prefer to use the latest version. So 1.x is the very outdated version, which was released many years back. Okay, many years back. Even the 2.0 was released in 2001. Clear? So the latest version is 3.11, and after that it is using 0.4 also. Okay, this is the latest version. So you need to download that one. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, what are the features of Python? Do you have any questions, students? Do you have any questions till now? No questions? Thank you. Thank you, students. Now let's proceed further. Let's proceed further with the features of Python. Now, what are the features? Is it an interactive session? Student, this is just a start. This is just a start in which I am telling you about what is this is. I am going to tell you what is we are going to discuss about the history of Python. versions of Python, and now we are going ahead with the features of Python. Is there any enhancements on each minor version? Yes, there is an enhancement. Yes, there is an enhancement, students. Why, if we have right now, it is going ahead with 3.11.4. Earlier, it was 3.11.2. A month back, it was 3.11.2. Right now, the downloading processes. We are going to download 3.11.4. Okay. Which specific version are MNCs using? Depending on their work. Manoj, depending on their work. Right? So 2.0 also is in use nowadays. So but every MNC prefer to use the latest version. Okay, features of Python programming. Let's go ahead with that. But before proceeding further with the features of Python programming, we need to know what is the meaning of feature. What is the meaning of features? Features are nothing. These are the services and facilities provided by the language developers in the languages. And they are used in the language programmer. As we are showing, it is very simple language. It's easy to say that it is simple, but how is it useful? How is it useful? How is this useful? I'll answer all of your questions, students, after. Let me complete this. In case you want to ask any question, just raise your hand. Let me complete that, then I'll answer your questions. Okay? Okay, Meenakshi, don't you worry about it. Yes, features of language are nothing but the services and facilities provided by the language developers. Now we all know, as we have told you, and that I have told you, it is a very simple general purpose, highly interpreted language. And then how is this simple? How is this simple? How it is highly interpreted? We are going to tell you all about it. If we talk about the Python programming language, it has 11 features. It has 11 features. Let me show you that. What are those 11 features? Simple, freeware and open source, platform independent language, dynamically typed programming language, interpreted programming language, high level programming, robust, extensible, embedded, functional and object oriented programming language. It also supports the third party APIs, that is NumPy and Pandas, Matplotlib, SciPy, Scikit, Keras, Seaborn, etc. Now, let's go ahead with Python inspiration. How does the Guido van Rossum thought of going ahead with Python? From where he got inspired? It is inspired from the 4 different programming languages. It has learned functional programming language from C. It learned object-oriented programming from C++. Then modular programming language from Modulo 3. Scripting from Perl, right? Scripting for Perl. Okay. I'll tell you once we'll start. Pankaj, I'll tell you, don't you worry. When we are going to start with this, I'll tell you what is the difference between functional programming language and object-oriented programming language. Now let's go ahead. Now, how is this language? Let's go ahead with the features. Then how is Python? How is Python a simple language? It is the simple platform independent language means it's why? Because of the 3 important technical features. Now, what are those? Because of its rich set of APIs. APIs are nothing but the libraries. Okay. So Python programming provides rich set of APIs so that Python programmers can reuse the predefined code. Okay. They need not to write their own code. So all the Python-based applications are easy to develop because of its rich set of APIs. Now, what is APIs? As I've told you, these are the libraries. APIs is a collection of module. And what is module? It is a collection of functions, variables, and class. Okay. Let's go ahead now. Factor 2, why it is simple? Because it provides the garbage collector. What does it do? The garbage collector comes and remove the unused memory and improves the Python-based application. So what does it do? With the help of garbage collector, when the unused memory space is there, it removes that, and which helps in improving the Python-based application. So garbage collector takes care about automatic memory management. Okay, this is an inbuilt process in the garbage. Then third, Python programming provides the user-friendly syntaxes. Now, what are the syntaxes? Syntaxes are the formulas. So it provides the user-friendly syntaxes so that the Python programmers can develop error-free programs in limited span of time. So because of these three features, one is rich set of APIs, second is garbage collector, and the third is user-friendly syntaxes. Third is user-friendly syntaxes. Satya, these are syntaxes. Okay, so there are a lot many. It's as I've told you. Once we start going ahead with it, you'll learn all the syntaxes. Okay, this is just a start. Okay, and one student also asked me the question. Let me answer him also. One student asked me the question. Is the syllabus you are covering is sufficient for DevOps scripting? Yes, it is. Okay, yes, it is. Ma'am, what do we understand by functional programming language and object-oriented programming language? What is a garbage collector? Garbage collector is an inbuilt inbuilt application. What does it do? What does it do? It collects all the unused memory. Okay, unused memory is removed, which is helpful in improving the Python programming management. Okay, we can run easily all the Python programs with the help of garbage collector. It is not there that it will keep on going like that, and which will take the excess of memory state. No, it will not take excess of memory space because of the garbage collector. Even you have the small memory, space in your PC, you can easily run this application. Let's go ahead now. Will we be able to talk in future classes? Rakesh, you will be able to. What you need to do is just, if you want to go ahead, if you want to talk to me, what you need to do is just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. You have an option of raising hand. Then I'll unmute you and you'll be able to talk to me. Good. Good. And in case you people want to mail me for anything, if you want to mail me for anything, what you need to do is just note down my mail ID, logiclabstech.com. ritu@logiclabstech.com. You can always mail me in case you have any queries regarding the syllabus, or in case whatever discussion we are doing in the class, you have any queries, you can contact me. Okay. And for any other queries, you need to contact our support team. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. It is a platform independent language. Now, how is the, if we talk about Python, how is this platform independent? Because data type memory remains the same for all OS, for all OSS. So in effective platform independent language, all types of values will store in the form of objects. So in this, all type of values will be stored in the form of objects, and this they can store unlimited amount of data. So if we talk about Java, is if we talk about Java objects, they are size restricted. Size restricted. But if we talk about Python, it contains the unlimited size and unlimited values can be stored in Python. Okay. Okay. And they are stored in the form of objects. See, it's mentioned here in Python, all the values are stored in the form of objects. Let's go ahead. Third feature, it is freeware and open source. Freeware and open source. Now, what do we understand freeware? Freeware means it can be easily downloaded freely from the official website. Okay, what you need to do is just go to the official website, that is www.python.org. It can be easily downloaded. Okay, and what do we understand by open software? See, if we talk about the standard name of Python, it is CPython. Okay, so some of the company vendors came forward and customized CPython and used the customized versions as in-house tool in their company. So what types of customized versions of Python are there? Such types of customized versions of Python are called distributions of Python. Now, what type of versions are there? See, we have number of distributions. JPython, that is used for running Java-based applications. IronPython, that is used for C#.NET applications. MicroPython used to develop microcontrollers, as we have RubyPython also, which is used to run Ruby-based applications. And Anaconda Python used to run Hadoop applications. Hadoop applications means big data applications, etc. So there are many distributors of Python are there. Some of the distributions I have mentioned here. Now, fourth feature is it is a dynamically typed language. Dynamically typed language. Hadoop means big. Hadoop means big. C applications, big data applications. So that is Anaconda Python. Now, dynamically typed language. If we have two types of language, one is static type programming language and second is dynamically typed programming language. Now, what do we understand by static type and dynamically typed? See, static types are those in which programmer needs to define a variable with data type. Otherwise, we'll get the compile error. Are these customized Pythons are freeware or company internally used? See, company internally use the freeware Python, but if we talk about these distributions, if you want to know the customized Python, they give the training. Like if they have the Hadoop Python and all other are there, they give the training for that. Okay, so basic Python training is necessary to go ahead with any of the applications. Like if you want to go ahead with deep learning or machine learning, you need to have the knowledge of Python. Python is not a small content, it has a vast project. So if we start learning Python, it takes years and years to learn this. You know, even if we talk about an year is also less. It's very less. It's very small to learn the Python. Let's go ahead now. So, static type programming language means in which programmer must define a variable with data types. Otherwise, we'll get an error. Like int ABC, declaration is mandatory. These are the variables. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B. So declaration is mandatory in the static type programming language. But if we talk dynamically typed programming language, in this, programmer need to specify the data of the variable. What we need to do is, we need to specify the data of the variable. Let me show you. Let me show you how. See, let's go ahead. Let's take A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B. Now, in this case, what I need to write it, I need to write print A, comma, type of. Why I'm writing type of A? To know what type of variable it is. This is of class int. Now, print B, type of B. Int means integer. Now, print C, type of C. It's 30. It's 30. See, so in this case, what we need to do is, in this case, we need not to specify the data of the variable. Okay, just a second. A student has a question. Let me answer him. Let me answer him. Just a second. Okay. Yes. Please unmute yourself. Ifshita, please unmute yourself. Yes, tell me. What do you want to ask?
Sorry, it got like by mistake. It was
Okay. Okay.
selected.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. Fine. See, students, this way you can always talk to me. You can always talk to me. What you need to do is just raise your hand and you'll be able to talk to me. See, now we were talking about the dynamically typed programming language. What is that? We need not to specify the data of variables. Okay, it is decided by the Python execution environment based value. Okay, so in this we need not to specify but in static type, if we talk about the static type, in this it is necessary to define a variable. Otherwise we'll get the compile error. Okay, we need to write int ABC. We need to write int ABC. Okay, otherwise if we'll not mention this, we'll get error. Good. Now, so all the values in programming, if we talk about Python programming, they are stored in the form of objects, as I told you. Now, let me show you one more example. It was showing int here. Now, if I write A is equal to 20, B is equal to 30.0. Now, C is equal to A plus B. Now, just a second. Print A, type of A, C. Print B, what type of value it is? It is a class float. If we write C, we'll get the answer in the float, only. No, dear, no. It is not same. See, that is what I'm showing you in PPT. If we talk about this, we are not specifying. See here, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 1.2, C is equal to A plus B. We are not specifying the data. We are not specifying the variable. When we write print A type of way, we are getting its class int. But if we talk about the static type, in that we need to mention int ABC, integer ABC. See, I have already mentioned here. Integer ABC. Okay. Then only otherwise, if we'll not mention this, we will get the error. Like in C, C++, Java, we need to mention this. Clear, dear? Is this clear to you? Static and dynamic type can be used in single program file. If not, which cases we use static and dynamically? Dear, Python is a dynamically typed programming language. It is not a static type programming language. I am just giving you an example. I am making you understand the difference between the static type and the dynamically typed programming language. Okay. Got it. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So, any questions till now? Any questions? So what are the 4 features we discussed? Simple. Then second feature is what? Platform independent programming language. Third is freeware and open source. And fourth is dynamically typed programming language. Okay. So this is what we all have today. We started discussing about the history of Python also. Any questions? If you want to ask any questions, students, just raise your hand so that I can answer you. Any questions till now? Students, if you have questions, just raise your hand. No questions? Good. So hope you have understood whatever we have discussed. Whatever we have discussed, you have understood the major and minor version. So this is all about the session today. This is all about the session today. Tomorrow we are going to proceed. Tomorrow we are going to proceed with the rest of the features and we'll proceed further. We'll proceed further. Okay, students? So that's all for the sessions today, students. In case you have any questions, you can always mail me and you can mail our support team also in case of any queries. Thank you, students. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, have a nice night. Good night. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. What is a static and dynamic type? Don't you worry, student. I'll explain you again tomorrow. I'll explain you again. Okay, till then, keep practicing. Bye. And please download the Python. Download the Python also. Thank you. Bye.